Good morning to all. Now we are going to continue yesterday's topic continuation, that is wavy curve method. Wavy curve method. This is the continuation of yesterday's class. Wavy curve method. We have already discussed few problems on wavy curve method. Now in those problems already the inequality is given in factors form. In earlier problems, the given inequalities are in which form? Factors form. But here inequalities are not in factors form. We have to convert the inequalities into factors form. Later apply the wavy curve method to solve that inequality. Before going to this, one thing you remember here, ax square plus bx plus c is a one quadratic expression. One quadratic expression. In this expression, if a is a positive and discriminant is a negative, this is a which expression? Ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression. In that a is greater than 0 and discriminant is what? Less. A greater than 0 and discriminant is what? Less than 0. Then this quadratic expression f of x is always positive for all x belongs to R. A is positive, that is a coefficient of x square is positive, and discriminant is a negative, then that quadratic expression is always greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. A is less than 0 and discriminant is less than 0. A less than 0 and discriminant is less than 0. This f of x is always negative for all x belongs to R. Always negative for all x belongs to R. So whenever the quadratic expression is given to you, our first step is what? Find out the discriminant. If discriminant, D is a discriminant. Here D is what? Discriminant. That is gives b square minus 4ac. Discriminant is what? B square minus 4ac. So whenever the quadratic expression is given to you, find out its discriminant. If discriminant is less than 0, then quadratic expression may be positive or negative. When it is a positive, a greater than 0, that is coefficient of x square is positive. When it is a negative, a less than 0, that means coefficient of x square is negative. So first you want to find out the discriminant. If discriminant is negative, two possibilities are there. Less than 0, expression is a negative for all x belongs to R. Greater than 0, expression is a positive for all x belongs to R. Now roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. To find the roots of this equation, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by what here? 2a. Divided by 2a. This is the formula we can use to find the roots of a quadratic expression. Now proceed the problem here. question C. Solve the inequality x square minus 5x plus 4 less than 0 and x square minus 9x plus 14 greater than or equal to 0. CMI, you want to solve this inequality and this inequality. But in between, what is there? The connecting word and. What is the connecting word here? And. So that's why you take a commonality of this solution and this solution. So that's why first try to solve this x square minus 5x plus 4 less than 0 and is the notation intersection x square minus 9x plus 14 greater than or equal to 0. But you look at here, this is the quadratic expression or not. So it has how many factors? 2 factors. First try to split into 2 factors. How I can split as a 2 factors? X minus 1 into x minus 4 less than 0. X into x, x square minus 4x minus x minus 5x minus into minus plus 4. And here also split it x square. So this is written as what? Sum is how much sum? Sum is 9. Product is 14. So then what is your possibility? X minus 2 into x minus 7 greater than or equal to 0. I have already told you that here apply, if you want you can apply wavy curve here. Here there is no denominator parts. So there is no denominator, we have only numerator, means only zeros are possible. There is no possibility of a poles. So equal to, find out the zeros 1 and 4, plot on the real line, but here zeros are not included, that's why you take a open circle. Start the wave from right side of a largest one. See the power of this 1 odd, so cross it. Coming to 1, see the power of this 1 odd, cross it. Below is negative, above is what? Positive. Similarly, and here also zeros plot on the real line. 2 and 7. So 2 is included and 7 also included. Why? Because here equal to 0 is there. That's why here we will take 2 closed and 7 also what? Closed. Again start the wave from right side of a largest value. See its power is what here? 1 odd number, so crosses. 2 power is also odd number, crosses. Plus, minus and plus. So now the solution of this is gives what? Here less than 0, negative part or not. So x belongs to open 1 comma 4. Here positive or not. That's why and symbol x belongs to. Positive part is what? Minus infinite to 2 union what? 7 to infinite. But he asked only which part here? Minus infinite to 1 to 2. So he asked only the common part of this. First one common part is what? Here is a 1 and here is a 4 or not. So this is the first one case. And what is second one case? Here is a 2. This total part, that is a minus infinite to plus infinite. Here also minus infinite to plus infinite. The next one is what? This is a 7 to infinite. Infinite extension. Now what is the commonality you see here? This is only your commonality or not. So therefore x belongs to what? 1 open, 2 closed or not. Commonality means common shaded region. This is only your common shaded region or not. So that's why I find out this commonality is 1 to 2. Because why I take a commonality here? In between the connecting word is what here? Connecting word is a and. Connecting word is a and means you take a commonality. If connecting word is or means union, then you add the solutions. And means you take a commonality of the solutions, or means you take the union of the solutions. Next one is solve the inequality x minus 2 by x plus 2 greater than 2x minus 3 by 4x minus 1, where x not equal to minus 2 comma 1 by 4. But remember one thing here. What is that? If you want to apply wavy curve method, certainly this should be converted into which form? F of x by g of x greater than 0 form or that. If you want to apply wavy curve method, this should be converted into which form? F of x by g of x greater than 0 form or not. So that's why what I am going to do here is, it implies x minus 2 by x plus 2, this also shifted to this side, 2x minus 3 by what here? 4x minus 1 greater than 0. Later cross multiply it. How? X minus 2 into 4x minus 1. Next, minus of cross multiply. 2x minus 3 into x plus 2 divided by what here? X plus 2 into what? 4x minus 1 greater than 0. Next, multiply this one. This is a 4x square minus x minus 8x minus 9x minus into minus plus 2 minus 2x into x, 2x square plus 4x minus 3x. 2x into 2, 4x minus 3x is a plus x minus 6 divided by what here? X plus 2 into what? 4x minus 1. That implies some 4x square minus 2x square is what? 2x square minus 10x plus what? 8 by x plus 2 into 4x minus 1 greater than 0. That implies, take 2 common, we are getting x square minus 5x plus 4 divided by what? X plus 2 into 4x minus 1 greater than 0. Just you can ignore this 2. Why? Because this 2 is a positive value or not. 2 is what here? 2 is a positive value or not. That's why you can ignore it. But this is a quadratic fraction. That's why you can resolve into factors or not. 2 is a positive term, no need to consider here because it is a positive. Ignore it. The rest of factors, already 2 factors are there. The numerator also has a quadratic expression, so it also resolve into 2 factors. What is that? X minus 1 into x minus 4 divided by what? x plus 2 into 4x minus 1 or that is greater than 0. Now apply the wavy curve here. Numerator equate to 0, we get a zeros. What are the zeros? The zeros are what? X is equal to 1 comma 4. Poles. How we get a pole sum? Denominator equate to 0, we get a poles. That is what? X is equal to minus 2 and 1 by 4. As I already told you that poles never include in our solution. Poles never include in our solution. Never include in our solution. But zeros may be include or may not. It is depending on zeros may be include or may not, but it is depending on 0 is a consider or not. So write the factors in which order? Increasing order. First minus 2, next 1 by 4, next 1, next 4. But first you write poles open circle or not. Why I consider poles open circle here? Since poles never include in our solution. Now zeros include or exclude depending on 0 is included here or not. But here 0 also not included. So it is also open. Start the wave from right side of a largest value. See its power. All the powers are what here? Odd. Here all powers are what? Odd. That's why curve, wave can crosses the poles and zeros on it. Like this. Above part you take it as a positive, below part you take it as a negative. But here is asked a positive or not. That's why x is belongs to what? Minus infinite to minus 2 union 1 by 4 to 1, 1 by 4 comma 1 union next what? 4 comma infinite. Next one is 4 comma infinite. Now this is your solution. But what is the difference of earlier problems and this problem? In this problem straight away he did not given the factors form, and that too he did not given in the form of f of x by g of x greater than 0 or less than 0 or greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 0. After simplification I converted into which form? F of x by g of x greater than 0 form. So it is a rational function. Now I applied a wavy curve method to solve this inequality. Next see the solve the inequality. So solve 1 less than or equal to 3x square minus 7x plus 8 divided by x square plus 1 less than or equal to 2. Now this we are going to split into two intervals. So two inequalities. How see? It is look like a which form? A less than or equal to B, less than or equal to C or not. It look like which form? A less than or equal to B, less than or equal to C. How you split this one? You can split as A less than or equal to B and what? B less than or equal to C or not. It is split as what? A less than or equal to B and B less than or equal to C or not. So what does it mean? Solve this A less than or equal to B and solve this B less than or equal to C. Later you find out its common solution or not. Solve A less than or equal to B. Next solve B less than or equal to C. Later you take its common solution or not. Now, later you take its common solution. Now how I split this one? 1 less than or equal to 3x square minus 7x plus 8 by what? X square plus 1 and 3x square minus 7x plus 8 by x square plus 1 less than or equal to 2. So first you solve this one. Take cross multiplication. How it is? 3x square minus 7x plus 8 by x square plus 1 greater than or equal to 1 and this is what? 3x square minus 7x plus 8 by x square plus 1 minus 2 less than or equal to 0. దీన్ని కూడా ఈ విధంగా తీసుకున్నాం. 3x square minus 7x plus 8 divided by x square plus 1 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. This is simplified 3x square LCM minus 7x plus 8 minus 2 into x square plus 1 divided by what? X square plus 1 less than or equal to 0. Now this is also simplified 3x square minus 7x plus 8 minus of x square plus 1 by what is here? X square plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. And it can be written as x square minus 7x plus 7 or not. 3x square, sorry, plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 and plus 6 by x square plus 1 less than or equal to 0. One thing you remember here, one thing remember here, this x square plus 1 is always positive or not. This x square plus 1 is what? X square plus 1 is always positive or not. This x square plus 1 is always what? Positive or not. X square plus 1 is always positive. Why? You take any value for x, x square plus 1 is a positive. There is no possibility of getting a 0 or negative. So that's why x square is always greater than or equal to 0 plus 1. It is gives what? Greater than or equal to 1 girl for all x belongs to R. So that means what? It is a positive. When it is a positive, we can strictly eliminate it or not. Why? When it is a positive, it is unaffected while solving our result. Positive is not unaffected. Why? The sign is not depending on this positive part. Sign is depending other than that part. So whenever it is a positive, that part we can conveniently eliminate it. which is not affected the result while solving. 3x square minus x square is what? 2x square minus 7x plus 7 greater than or equal to 0. And x square minus 7x plus 6 less than or equal to 0. You look at here, Amma, this is a one quadratic expression. This is what? One quadratic expression. Whose discriminant is what? B square minus 4ac minus 56 minus 7 less than 0. Coefficient of x square is what? A, 2, positive or not. So that implies what, Amma? This 2x square minus 7x plus 7 is always greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. I have already told you or not. And this is written as what? 7x. This is written as x minus 1 into x minus 6 less than or equal to 0 or not. Now you just look at here. It is a greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. Means it is positive for all x belongs to R. That's why this is also we can ignore here or not. For all x belongs to R, it is positive means then our solution is only depending on this one or not. Why? In a commonality, this is true for every x belongs to R. This is a true for all x belongs to R. But we need only commonality of this result and this result or not. This result is total R. But this result we want to find out here. Then their commonality is automatically gives this result or not. Why commonality gives only this result? Because this is a universal set R. This is only a subpart of that R or not. When you take a commonality, we get only this solution or that. So for that solution, you just draw a wavy curve here. What is that wavy curve? Right? 1 and 6. Here we have only zeros. There is no possibility of a poles. So 1 and 6 both are included or not. Now start the wave from where? From right side of the largest value. Both the powers are what here, Amma? Odd. That's why they crosses are. So therefore solution set, what happened here? Therefore solution set is x belongs to. We want to consider less than or equal to or not. Less than means below part. Equal means on the line. So that means we consider closed interval 1 comma 6. Why? Between 1 comma 6 it is a negative. But at 1 comma 6 it is a 0. But anyhow you have a closed circles or not. Closed circles are there means you must include it. So when I include, I got solution is what? X belongs to 1 comma 6. Next question, see here. Solve modulus of x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 2 plus x minus x square. This is given to you. Modulus of x square minus x minus 2 is equal to what? 2 plus x minus x square. So modulus of x square minus x minus 2 is equal to what? Minus x square plus x plus 2 on it. But can I write down this as what? Minus of x square minus x minus 2. Is it possible? We can write minus of x square plus x plus 2. If I take minus common, I can get minus of x square x minus 2 on it. As we know that modulus of x is written as a minus x whenever x is a less than or equal to 0 or not. So it is also look like a same format or not. Mod x is equal to minus x, same format or not. It implies what? It implies x square minus x minus 2 less than or equal to 0. Then a factorize cheste what we are getting here. This is x plus 2 x this is factorize it. How you factorize it? This implies x minus 2 into what? X plus 1 less than or equal to 0. X square plus x minus 2x minus x minus 2. Right on the real line. Equal to zeros, we get what? Minus 1 and plus 2. Both should include here. Why both should include here? Here equal to 0 also there. Both the powers are odd. Start the wave from both the powers are what here? Odd. So curve crosses the points. But start the wave from right side of a largest value. After this minus 1 comma 2 here. So between minus 1 comma 2 it is a negative. Out of that it is what? Positive. But here we required a negative. So solution set is here we required a negative as well what? Zeros. Here we required a negative as well what? Zeros. So that's why x belongs to closed interval minus 1 comma 2. So this way we have to do it. Sometimes they can give straight away factors to you. So you can directly apply the wavy curve method. But sometimes they won't give a factors to you. So then you simplify it and convert into factors form. Then apply wavy curve method. Sometimes the inequalities are given like this. A less than or equal to B less than or equal to C form. That you should split into two parts. A less than or equal to B and B less than or equal to C. Solve each part. Later take their common value. Because in between and is there. But now some exponential function inequalities. Exponential function inequalities. Exponential function inequalities. What is exponential function? F of x is equal to a power x. But a should be a greater than 0 and a not equal to 1. What is exponential function? F of x is equal to what? A power x is an exponential function. A is a base sum. A is what here? Base. So a greater than 0 and a not equal to 1. A greater than 0 and a is not equal to 1. So that means your base is divided into two parts or not. What is that? One part is base is lies between 0 to 1. Another part is base is greater than 1 or not. Base is lies between 0 to 1 and another one is what? Base is greater than 1. Now you just look at here. Case number 1. If base is lies between 0 to 1, for example, a power x1 is greater than a power x2, it implies that because of base is what lies between 0 to 1, this is your functional inequality or not. But when functional inequality is a greater than type, then this variables inequality is opposite to it. Opposite to it means what? x1 is less than x2. When a power x1 is greater than a power x2, That implies its powers follows a opposite inequality. Whenever the base is lies between 0 to 1, that is what? X1 is less than X2. For example, a power X1, second case is C. What is the second case? Case number 2 is base is a greater than 1. For example, a power X1 less than a power X2. That implies the powers also follows the same inequality. Because of base is what here? Because of base is a greater than 1, but the exponential function and its powers follows a same inequality. That is, here less than is there, here also less than. X1 less than X2. But if the base is lies between 0 to 1, then exponential function and its powers follows the opposite inequality. Exponential function and powers follows the opposite inequalities whenever the base is lies between 0 to 1. Exponential function and powers follows the same inequality when base is a more than 1. Right. Next, See, solve the inequality. Solve the inequality. 3 power x square minus 7x plus 4 less than 1 by 9. Solve the inequality. 3 power x square minus 7x plus 4 less than 1 by 9. How I write it? 3 power x square minus 7x plus 4 less than, this is written as 1 by 3 square order. It implies what? 3 power x square minus 7x plus 4 less than 3 power minus 2 order. It is an exponential function. What is the base here? 3 greater than 1 or not? When base is a 3 which is greater than 1 means the powers also follows the same inequality order. That means what? X square minus 7x plus 4 less than minus 2. Shifted to this side, x square minus 7x plus 6 less than 0. It is a quadratic expression, so you split into two factors. What is that? X minus 1 into x minus 6 less than 0. Solve this inequality. Here we have only zeros because it is not a rational function. We get 1 and 6. Both 1 and 6 are open. Why? Since equality is not there. Both the powers also odd. Start the way from right side, crosses it. This is also crosses. But we required only a negative part. Therefore, solution is what? Solution set is 1 comma, solution set is x belongs to 1 comma 6. So what I did here, this is the inequality which I converted into exponential forms. Later I checked a base. Base is more than 1. That's why the powers also holds the same inequality. Similarly, if you take 1 by 3 whole power x square plus x minus 3 less than what? 1 by 27. Solve this one. So that is written as what? 1 by 3 whole power x square plus x minus 3 less than, this 1 by 27 is written as what? 1 by 3 whole cube. Now this is also a which function? Exponential function whose base is what? 1 by 3. It is belongs to which interval? 0 comma 1. So when it belongs to 0 comma 1, then what happened? Exponential inequality and powers inequality is opposite or not? So that means what? X square plus x minus 3. This inequality is opposite to the exponential function inequality. Why? Because its base is lies between 0 to 1. So it is greater than 3. That implies what? X square plus x minus 6 greater than 0. Now this you should resolve into factors, that is x plus 3 into x minus 2 or not, greater than 0. Apply wavy curve method. Find those zeros. Minus 3 comma 2. Both are excluded here. Why? Equality is not there. Start the wave from right hand side of the largest value. Since both the powers are odd, it crosses or not. This is plus, this is plus, this is minus. So therefore, x belongs to what? We want to consider a positive part or not. What is the positive part? Minus infinite to minus 3. Positive part is what? Minus infinite to minus 3. Union 2 to infinite or not. This one. Here is minus infinite to minus 3 union 2 to infinite. See, these are which inequalities? These are the inequalities with exponential functions. So first in these kind of inequalities related to exponential functions, first what we have to check it? We want to check their bases. If base is more than 1, exponential function and powers holds the same inequality. If base is lies between 0 to 1, exponential function and its powers follows opposite inequality. Next you have to see here what is the base? 3. That's why 1 by 9 also converted to the base of 3. Here base is what? 3. That's why 1 by 9 also converted to the base of 3. Like this. But here base is what here? 1 by 3. That's why 1 by 27 also converted to the base of 1 by 3. Their base of a left hand side is a 3. That's why the right hand side also converted in terms of a 3. Here the base is in left hand side is a 1 by 3. That's why the right hand side also converted to the base 1 by 3. Write down. Note.